Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Raw Chargers channel. And guys, we are back at it yet again with another amazing review. This time we're doing the Star Wars Han Solo Stormtrooper Disguise model kit figure from Blokees. You guys had seen just the other day that we unveiled and reviewed the Luke Skywalker figure from Blokees, and now we are going to be doing Han Solo from the same sort of like wave. I'm really excited to get into it, and of course you can see that pretty much the exact same packaging right here as you can already tell, but there are some slight differences, obviously being the different figure shown in the front, the iridescent background right here, the Star Wars logo, the Blokees logo, and some little like descriptions, things like that of the figurine. On this side, you do get an awesome shot of Han holding that Stormtrooper helmet. On the opposite side, you have him leaning against his rifle. That's really cool. And then the back, you get some other shots of the figurine, things like that, and also some of the accessories that are included within the model kit. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open it up and we can check out the contents. So inside, let's see here. We have a bunch of little baggies, just like Luke had. And we also have the included instruction manual showing us all the different ways to put Han together. So what I'll do, just like we did with Luke, I'm going to go ahead and build him off camera and we'll go from there. Alright, I am back from building Han, and guys, he looks awesome. The detail on Han is just as good as Luke, probably even a little bit better, but honestly, the builds came out a lot more cleaner than I thought, and a lot more quicker. I guess just by, getting the hang of building Luke and things like that, it made the process a lot more, quicker and things like that, getting to know which parts go where. I love the likeness that, it gives, especially in that head sculpt. It looks a lot like Harrison Ford, which I will be zooming in a bit. And again, I love how it has like this sort of like animated, sort of like anime style to the face. It's really cool. I like that a lot. But yeah, going over like the overall head sculpt, of course you can see the printing in the eyes, the eyebrows, and that awesome haircut of his. And just like with Luke, you can either have this head on or the Stormtrooper one. Let me get it ready right here. So the Stormtrooper one obviously goes in very nicely, as you can see right here, and looks really good. And the articulation is just as good, either way, whether you're going to be using the Stormtrooper head side to side or up and down. There is joints throughout the top of the head and the neck. And even with the normal head, you still get the same amount of movement and articulation that you would get with or without the helmet. In the torso, of course, and throughout the whole entire body, I love how it has like this cleaner look to the armor, similar to Luke's, and it just really looks nice. I love that sort of like cleaner style instead of having it battle damaged. Definitely gives it a lot more character. And also, I love how the pieces come together, especially in the torso, because just like with Luke we just did, Han does have a few points of articulation right here in the main body. So he has one in the upper torso and the lower torso. So you get plenty of movement with those ball joints, side to side, back and forward. The articulation in the arms is very good as well. Of course, you get the double elbow sort of like look right here. Swivel at the hand at the wrist, and again, looks incredible. I just love the way he moves, and he also has butterfly joints, so that makes it 100 times better. And yes, I already have him equipped with this rifle accessory. It just looks so nice. I couldn't leave it out. I know I usually save the accessories for later on in the video, but I just love the way he's able to hold this rifle and it looks spectacular. The wrist joints really give it their all on this, and honestly, he's able to hold it pretty well, as you can see right there. You can either have it armed or unarmed, things like that. So, yeah, really good articulation. And checking out the waist, of course, he has that amazing Stormtrooper belt like we've seen with Luke, and it has like the little pouches that move right here along the waist. He does have the holster to place the smaller blaster in there. Fits like a glove or a blaster. It is made of a softer plastic, so it's very nice and it dangles nicely on the hip. And yes, I can always trust Blokees to remove this grenade. I love that feature. And looking at the legs, he does have the mobility to go into a full on split. He's able to sit down, legs go back very nicely. He does have a swivel right here along the thigh. The knee joints go a little bit over a kneeling position. And then last but not least, taking a look at the feet, of course, just like we've seen with Luke, the toes can move up and down, so I do like that a lot. He does have a lot of mobility and rocker ankles to get some good action poses. And then now moving on to the sort of like accessories he comes with. He does come with a interchangeable belt, which is this one right here. I don't really see the purpose of this one because the only thing that it doesn't have is like the holster. But if you're getting everything on the other belts and it works perfectly fine, I would definitely not use this. He of course comes with like all different hand accessories, things like that. Even one hand that you can interchange the blaster. So whether you want him with the longer rifle or the shorter one is entirely up to you. So of course you guys have seen him with the longer gun, and here he is with the shorter one. And last but not least, he does come with the amazing swivel stand. It does sort of like swivel like a Lazy Susan, has the Star Wars logo right here, the little pegs to place him, and it looks incredible. And of course, to use that stand, you're going to take off this back sort of like plating on the bottom of his foot. Then you're going to place that little backing in there. And with that being said, you can then place him onto the stand and it looks incredible. And I'm pretty sure, since there is a second peg here, you can place multiple figures, and there is a peg in the very back, so I'm pretty sure you can place even 3 characters on one stand. And real quick, before we get into the overview, I'm going to do a quick comparison between Luke from Blokees, Han Solo from Blokees, and the Black Series Stormtrooper. So judging by the sizing, it's actually really cool. I know that before I was saying that it was kind of funny seeing how Luke, ironically, was too short to be a Stormtrooper, but it is kind of neat seeing that there is an actual size difference between him and Han. So it's a slight difference right here, as you can see on camera, and Han is almost to par with the 6-inch scale of the Black Series. And now, as an overview of the figure, again, I gotta hand it to Blokees. He has to be a 10 out of 10 for sure. The overall look, articulation, and all the accessories that it comes with really are worth every penny for this figure. I'm really shocked because, like Luke, my expectations throughout this newer lineup were kind of in the middle. But seeing and actually building these figures from the ground up, literally, really makes the experience a lot more better and a lot more fun. I really enjoy building these model kits, and seeing the end results is really, amazing, and it is cool because it's interactive. It really gives that sensation of like completing a figure that you got to build, and with they're not needing any like glues or paints, things like that, it makes it a lot more easier compared to other model kits where you would have to buy special paints or things like that. It's a lot more in the budget, I guess. And for it being, a really convenient and kind of affordable model kit figure, it is definitely worth it in the long run. But yeah, other than that, I am really happy to continue, reviewing the Blokees lineup. And I want to continue reviewing more of the variety of figures that they have in general. So maybe down the line, I'll be doing more of these Blockies videos. So if you guys really do enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll catch you all on the next one.